What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serg. Welcome to the channel. To all my recurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that you have all shown this channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not yet, feel free to check out the Legion Assisted Living Academy and Legion Assisted Living Advisor links down below. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started into the topic of this video. This is Steve Acuna. He is the proud owner of Sonoran Desert Assisted Living here in Santan, Arizona. Santan Valley specifically, and he actually came across my videos about 3 months after he got licensed. And so I'm gonna let him actually talk about, is it 3 months, 5 months? So 5 months after he got licensed, which he got licensed in April of 2020 of this year, and then he finally came across my videos in about August. And so when he came across my videos, that's when he went through the program, and I'll let him kind of explain the program for you guys and what essentially led him to go through the program and then eventually the documentation package.
So I learned about this business, this industry through my siblings. I have two brothers that have care homes here, and so I was brought here with that endeavor. They're the ones that introduced me to this. I ended up investing into a property. I found out about the zoning, made sure that I was going to be able to get the license where I purchased the property.
Did you check zoning prior to purchasing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I prior to purchasing, I checked that the zoning was available and started the process then and there. Once that was done, I was able to get the inspection finally completed with the inspector. Passed that, got licensed on April the 2nd. With the thought that COVID had halted the industry, I lost 5 months before I came back. Finally, I came back in August.
Yeah.
And because I was getting some calls from some agents who wanted to put the residents into my care home, and in needing the help, I reached out to my brother, and he basically left me hanging.
Yeah.
And this was in August, and I had already had an agent who wanted to put a couple into my care home, and I needed to get kind of like up to par with the documentation or anything, just because I was counting so much on my brother, and he left me hanging. And so that when that happened, I started looking on YouTube, and I ran into Serg's YouTube videos. I immediately liked the first 5 videos that I saw, and then I looked into a little bit more. I saw that there was a package, like an entry-level package for the overall understanding of how assisted living care homes are ran and what to expect. And
Yeah, he's referring to the program, Legion Assisted Living Academy program, and that's where.
Yeah, so I invested in the Legion's assisted living program, and I got a clear understanding. I became excited because I felt like this is something I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to be able to figure this out on my own. Well, not on my own, but without my brother. And so I after taking the program, I called up Serg, set up we met. He showed me a tour of his care home, and he showed me how he runs it and all the documentation that he has and how it flows, and the videos that go along with those documentations, and it just was a no-brainer. I felt like impressed with the care home itself and how he operates. Again, more courage, more confidence. So I moved forward with the investment on the operation documentation.
Yeah, so essentially once we met up and he did a tour of my home, I came to his care home. Beautiful care home. We will definitely do a tour of the care home once he gets everything going. He lives out of state, so it's just a matter of us connecting again and being able to do that. And so I came back and he told me about the situation with his with the residents moving in. Fortunately for him, they didn't move in because he didn't have any documentation whatsoever to operate his care home. All he had was your policies and procedures.
Yeah.
And which blew my mind away because he really didn't. He was set up for failure at that point. I mean, he would have ran a huge liability of not having nothing no residency agreement, no MARs, no ADLs, no admission, intake data, nothing, absolutely nothing. And so at that point, he just buckled down, went through, got the documentation package. We've finally gotten it delivered, and he's super excited to move forward with everything.
I haven't furnished my entire care home, but I know how to go about it now. There won't be no, wasted money, expenses on furniture or anything. I know how I'm moving forward, and it's just by having somebody mentor you along the way, a phone call away.
Yeah, and honestly, Steve has made me very proud to be his mentor, and seeing him stick it out this long, and even right as I delivered the documentation, I asked him, I said, hey man, what do we got to do next? I didn't tell him what we have to do next. I want him to figure it out too, right? I want to see that he's putting in the work mentally, right, to do the work, to understand that I can't just rely on Serg 150% of the time. Because at the end of the day, I won't be here like you will. It's not my business to run. It's your business to run. Yeah. And that's what I said. And then he told me what he thought would be good. And then I told him my thoughts on what he could do, right? Suggestions that he could do. And at the end of the day, I challenge him to go for it, to either take my suggestions or ponder on my suggestions. At the end of the day, he's going to make the decisions himself on what he wants to do as far as how he's going to structure it, how he's going to, and that's what it's all about. And so, Steve, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Any last words for everybody out there?
In the end, I think this program, everything, the way Serg has put it together, and the understanding that you get, the foresight, like, we have the holidays coming up, so I know what to expect in the holidays, and just like he said, you want to run this, and you want to learn how to run it on your own. He simplified everything so that you can run it on your own. He's basically mentoring you so you can be self-sufficient. You don't want somebody to feed you for a day. Instead, you want somebody to teach you how to fish so you can feed yourself. And that's what this is. And it's broken down to the simplest form. The best, if you're going into this business, this would be the number one thing I would recommend for anybody to start with. Just so, because there's other aspects that you need to focus on as well, including, your personal life. So getting this broken down and in place is key.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much again for everything, for getting on video. I know not everyone's comfortable doing that, so I appreciate it. So for everyone out there, hopefully you guys hit the like button, give a like for Steve for coming on, and subscribe if you have not yet, and check out the links down below. Watch all the videos that will pop up here in a second. And again, thank you so much, dude. And I wish you all the success. I got your back, and yeah, let's do it. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to all of you in the next video. God bless.